Hello everyone, and in this video I would like to start with the interesting topic, at least to start this discussion and do some tries with this playground. So it's the current trend that everyone's talking about, and I saw videos that people already try to use this chart GPT-3 for Maya, for Blender, for Unreal Engine. So I was curious if we could try to use it for MotionBuilder. So will it be actually enough knowledge of this AI to help us to do some daily stuff quicker in MotionBuilder? So let's try. I tried with the simple cube. I already make some requests, so I'm trying to show you my result of that and give some verdict from currently what I have. So, but if you have any experience using the chat GPT for MotionBuilder, please share. It will be interesting to know what you have about that and what you think about this. All right, so I tried with the simple cube, started with that. So if we copy and paste this cube here, so first of all, we should include some headers because otherwise how we could access these methods, right? So we should do it in a very simple way, like SDK import in a quite straightforward way and run. And we will have the first arrow here is about the scene models append. So this line we could avoid. When we create a model, it's automatically it's going to add into the scene. So this is the first thing. Another thing is, for some reason, it wrote a code to evaluate a scene. I'm not sure where it's take this code, because I would expect that this playground and this database was trained on something that is shared by users, right? Maybe GitHub or maybe some other resources. So where actually is trained to write a code like this, I'm not sure. But anyway, the mistake here that the scene could be accessed from the FB system class. So in that case, it will be evaluated and there will be a cube created. So if I remove all my previous tests and create a cube, this is my cube. Yeah, so this works, but at least you should know some tricks about that, because otherwise it's with a big confidence, it's showing you some code that you should evaluate, but it simply doesn't work from scratch, like from what it gives without any fixes. I didn't actually try to ask him to fix this. So yeah, maybe that could help somehow, but at least you should know that it's different class access. Anyway, let's go further what I've tried. I've tried to think about some daily tasks. For example, the Aku rig. I tried with the latest update and import into MotionBuilder, and Aku rig for some reason doesn't follow the human AK naming set. So we have naming like this. So that's why we basically can't directly characterize it. And yeah, we should have this preset available, but I don't think that I have this preset right now here, probably not. This one is already created, but if you don't have it created before, not sure like how you need to do this manually, right, to create a new preset. Or you can get this one, I think I share it on the GitHub repository for OpenMabu. But anyway, let's imagine it's a daily task. We have the skeleton, we want to create a mapping, maybe some script to help characterize. So some dictionary, so what is the map for the Aku rig and let's say human AK rig. So I was trying to ask the system if you know the naming for the default bone naming set for Aku rig. And it says like, okay, it should be bone 1, bone 2, bone 3. So yeah, so this is the naming set, right? Then I was asking maybe something MotionBuilder specific, and it's called M bone 1, M bone 2, M bone 3, which sounds like a funny answer, but the confidence level is just a perfect 100. It doesn't answer you in a way like I don't know. It's always give very confident answer. Here is what it should be. Yeah, that's a perfect candidate for the interview, I would guess, right? Um, So then the Python dictionary, I was trying to ask if you can make a Python dictionary that could contain this bone naming and then FB character bone naming, which means it should be FB body bone ID as the key, and then the name at the value, like Unreal Engine naming set or a Corrig naming set. So I was trying to ask about this, and there was no understanding what I'm asking about. Maybe my English is quite bad of giving this question to the system, but the playground was stupidly always iterating on some scene skeleton, which actually doesn't exist, the member like this. So I don't know what is trying to give it to me back, but there was no any good answer. I couldn't get to that until I asked about characterization. It also was very stupid question. I was asking, maybe you can provide me a hint how to characterize like a new FB character, how to assign FB model to a slot, to a property of B character. But there was also very tricky and weird answer. And you see this part, bone parent is bone parent, bone unparent, bone reparent, skeleton root. What is it? It will not be possible to execute. These methods are not exist. The skeleton is not exist as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think after a while, when I was trying to say something about the FB body node ID, it was trying to give me an answer, but anyway, there was no sense if these constructors it's making absolutely doesn't work for me, all these answers. Yeah, then I was trying to ask about some tool on Qt, and it was creating a general way of making a Qt tool, but not integrated into the MotionBuilder UI. So it's also, when I ask, could you use MotionBuilder classes for Qt, it creates some super weird construction like class my tool derived from FB component, which is super weird. That will not work. I don't know what does it mean and why it's even writing it like this. At least the first answer after all these tons of questions that I asked, and the answer was wrong. The first answer, what is the bone name for FB head node ID in Unreal Engine mannequin skeleton, and it was a head, at least something, right? And then I asked, what are other bone names? And the other bone names was correct. So at least something. Yeah. So then I asked him to write maybe a script to rename, like if you have this Unreal Engine bone names, and to rename to human IK bone names. And the answer was a character rename bone, like this method doesn't exist. What is skeleton? I don't know. And then it was like, to rename, we just need to add a prefix human IK. Easy. Just prefix human IK, and it become name inside human IK based. Yeah, that was super weird. So basically I failed with that, fully failed. It's not useful. I've heard about good cases for Maya, for Blender, and I saw some videos, but more for MotionBuilder, it simply doesn't work for some daily tasks. So yeah, that was my first attempt. Maybe there will be some other better examples. I will record another video, and please share if you have a better experience that mine. Yeah, but for now I see that the confidence level is absolutely perfect. It's always answer you something with some scripts, with some examples, but the simple it's wrong. You should know this pretty well actually. First of all, to ask the questions, because otherwise it's not really very good in the sphere of MotionBuilder scripting. So you should narrow down the question into direct classes to give some hints for the system. When you give some hints, it start trying to extract something like this, so getting something that could be probably useful. But then yeah, but then you also need, you can't really ask to make some good script for that. You always need to give more and more hints, and basically it's easier to write the script by your own. Yeah, so that was my first experience, and hope it was fun. Yeah, thank you. See you in next videos. Bye.